The BeeStar is a visual tool to use when analyzing a business model. The BeeStar has 7 dimensions in different colors. The first business model dimension is the value proposition. Every business model offers or proposes values. Values are the components in the value proposition. The values can be sorted into products, services, and processes. Business model dimension number 2 is the users and customers. Business models can have users and/or customers. Users and customers are each sorted into B2C and B2B. Business model dimension number 3 is the value chain function. Value chain functions are functions that makes it possible for business models to propose its values to users, customers, etc. Value chain functions can be sorted into primary functions, logistics sales and service functions, and secondary functions, for example, administrative and other support functions. Business model dimension number 4 is the competences. Business model competences can be sorted into 4 groups of components: technologies for the product, the production, and the process of making it; human resources, organizational systems, and culture. Business model dimension number 5 is the network. All business models are based on networks because no business model is an island. The networks can be sorted into physical networks, which are internal and external people; digital, for example, LinkedIn; and virtual, which is sleeping networks to be activated when needed, for example, IT support. Business model dimension number 6 is the value formula. This is the turnover minus cost, which equals to the profits or loss, and other values, which is non-monetary values. Business model dimension number 7 is the relations. The business model relations shows those relations that connects the 6 other business models internally, and also connections to the outside of the business model. Relations can be physical, a cord/or sensors; non-physical, wireless/feelings. The relations are in the business model to carry values from one dimension to another, or from the business model to another business model.
Now, actually, we are going into the case. So our nice daughter Amelia, she has been on a website and seen a very nice cocktail bar. So this is why the case is called the cocktail bar. So she has found on the internet a cocktail bar, and she has even also on the Facebook seen some of her friends that has been on this cocktail bar before and enjoyed it. So the discussion was about going to this, and then the decision was taken that the family would go to the cocktail bar. So the family consists of me, my wife, Amelia, and her boyfriend, Frederica, our eldest daughter, and Torbjørn, our son. So we were 6 people going to this cocktail bar. Am I going too fast? Okay. And then we walked up through at some dark streets in Aarhus, and finally we come to a door where there was a sign of the cocktail bar, and there was some steps. So we had to walk up to open the door, and we knocked on the door, and then after some few minutes, a young bartender, student helper, came out and said, "Welcome. Please come in." And she held a door, and then we went up some more stairs, and she said, "Shall I take your jacket?" And we said, "Yes, we would like to have that." And she said, "Okay, that will be 20 kroner per jacket." Then, after we had given her our jackets and she has hanged the jacket up, she said, "Now we will go into the cocktail bar." So she opened the door. There was a bar. There were 2 bartenders standing at the bar. And then I could just skim in the background that there was someone sitting in a kind of an office in another room behind the bar. This young lady, she followed us up to the sofa with a table, and there was also some light, but the light was very special because it made one feel a little bit warm and cozy, and it was not a strong light. It was very nice. And then when we sat down, she came with the cocktail menu. It was like a very nice booklet where you could see the different cocktails. And then she went off and came back with a bowl with chips and some peanuts. And then we looked through the bar menu, and she came back again and she said, "Would you like to order?" So then she has a kind of a paper or a block where she could write up the cocktails. So Amelia, she ordered a margarita, and Frederikke, she would also like a margarita. My wife, she ordered Bloody Mary. Then Amelia's boyfriend took a Black Russian. You know that drink?
Yes. It's cream with some heavy stuff.
So now you have together to take these business model components and put them out on the right groups and categories here. So if, for example, you have a value proposition and you think it's a product, then you put it on a product. If you think it's a service, you put it here. If you think this one is a technology, then you put it here. And then you should actually empty the whole table. So all of these are out here.
Yes.
And if you get any bubbles, then write them down. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please.
So, I think we have a lot of gray components. I have a Facebook with pictures.
I think it should.
No, it's same because it can be, but it should be in technology.
Yes,
Facebook.
but it could also
I
be.
Yeah.
So
think
I
it's
have
also
put,
the video
so it's
here.
like it's a both way. So I have written Facebook here also. So it can be here also. So it is, since it is in a both. So it is a technology when you look at it as a technology, and it is a it's a digital.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I
It's a
also
digital.
have like social media here,
Yeah,
so,
so-
you just
Oh,
So
you
we
can
can
put it
put-
up here. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So
And
instead
Facebook
of
here.
Facebook, yes.
yeah.
Can you see more Facebook social media?
What have we here?
As you can see here, we have now all the business model components grouped out on the different business model dimensions: value proposition, users and customers, value chain functions, competence, network, and value formula. What are we missing? We are missing the relations.
Mhm.
So we have not shown until now how the business model is actually running.
Mhm.
And that is what the reason why we have now to draw up the relations. So all the way from where we enter the cocktail bar
Mhm.
up to the jacket,
Mhm.
into the bar, you have to write up the relations. Okay? And I will explain you how about the types of relations. So there are two types of relations, and you can use different colors. There is a full line relation. That means that you can touch it,
Tangible.
a tangible relation. So it's the same as, for example, a line or a string that has power. So the electricity goes through the string and into, for example, a monitor or a computer. Okay?
Yes.
Then you have another one. Let's take purple. Okay? And this is intangible, so you can't actually see it. So these two relations are both important in the whole business model. So what you have to do now is to see if it's a tangible or is an intangible relation. And then you have to do one thing more, and that is you have to write up. This is sequence number 1. So, and then maybe it comes another one, 2. So first this, jacket off, then into the sofa, and so on. Okay? And then you have to put the values on the relation,
Mhm.
or draw the relation and down so it grabs a value.
Mhm.
Do you understand?
So we draw lines.
Yeah. So, and then the reason why we have more colors, so is that some of the process, the relations, they can work simultaneously.
Mhm.
So you could actually have maybe 4 cocktails being shaking at the same time, but it's actually 3 persons and so on. So you can have a multitude of relations.
Mhm.
Any questions? It's easy? Yes?
Let's try.
I think we have to try it.
Yeah.
So you have to try now, and I have to.
Wipe it out.
When you are finished here, we'll have all the relations here, and we can actually walk through the whole business model. And if some of these that you have put here is not relevant, then you have to take them out. If you find something that you need, then you have to write some more. Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. Enjoy.
Thank you.
This process will continue until all components are combined.